guys, so update on my YouTube channel. I posted a really long time ago because of busy things. So yeah, what I wanted to tell you from the start, why I wanted to make a YouTube channel and put it out there for moms. That it is reality. Not all moms get the time to do anything for themselves, or like just to put a lid in makeup or do your nails a bit or do something for yourself. It's really, really hard. Um, But my other story that I wanted to tell you guys, what I've been through, I do have a sort of bipolar that came from my childhood. I had a very, very hard childhood. So yeah, I was 14 when my virginity was like took off me of my boyfriend unexpectedly. He forced himself. Then it took me some time, a year or two. I met like while I was in high school, I met this boy that was living in the Free State in South Africa. So yeah, we started dating almost like 3 years, if I'm correctly speaking. Um, yeah. So after that, obviously, why we broke up is because of family interference, and we broke up. So I got a little bit rebels. I got rebellic, and I partied. I partied so hard and drank so that I landed in hospital. And the last time told me if I come back here, they're gonna admit me to the AA meetings and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll get myself together, all that. I went to Pretoria North. I went there to school, did my therapy, did everything there to get my head straight, and yeah, it really, really went well. After a year there, I came back to Cape Town where I grew up at my grandmother's house. And she was very, very glad. And my room was luckily still open. Uh, yeah, so from there, my best friend took me for my nose ring as a gift while coming back gift. Um, so yeah, after that she asked me what I'm doing this weekend. I'm like, nothing, because I mean, I only came back like a few days ago. So yeah, after that, she said, okay, we're gonna go to Nikita's. It's a nice place to party, and I'm like, oh no, party! I don't want to drink a lot because I really got myself back together. So we went, and yes, I got a little bit like a tipsy, but not drunk. So it went every weekend like that. I started working at ID Dots, started dancing for your car and registration and references. While I was working there in the week as admin assistant, I worked at Stonesgate Gate as a front door lady, just like the people pay to come in, and there you go. That was just an extra small lot of money for the weekend that I can like maybe spoil myself or maybe buy my friends something, my grandmother something. It was all depends on how much I had and got. So yeah, and then one night me and my friend decided to go to Nikita's at this party that everything starts with a piece, and me and she decided to put on onesies. It's like a pajama party, so we thought of a pajama party, so we went. And we did a little bit overdue with the alcohol, so yeah. That's when I met my husband. I was a little bit drunk, really drunk, but I was fine. Um, so yeah, after that we kissed. I thought it's gonna be just a one night stand. Don't judge. So yeah, after I thought I'm just gonna have a one night stand, he will forget me and all of that. And I didn't notice that my friend gave my number to him. And after that weekend, in the week, I got him. It's like from hi, who are you? I'm like, but who are you? Because I don't know where you got my number from because you started messaging me. And he's like, no, it's Warren from the weekend, blah, blah, because he saw my profile pic now. And I'm like, oh, you, yeah, okay, oh, what's up? And he's like, no, what you doing the weekend? We can hang out, but I will come pick you up and all that. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's quiet. And all that. And so it started like, weekend of everything, went on dates and uh, like maybe go out again where we met. And yeah, it just escalated from there. I met him when I was 17. He's 5 years older than me. So when the time I got 18, I found out I was pregnant. 5 months, and I found out I had twin boys. And then the heartbreaking news came because I had to go a week after that, a scan again because of my high blood pressure, and I'm less recoiled with my heart on the right side because I've only has one lung as well. So yeah, I'm cardiac patient, and so yeah, after that week, it will always remain, but the pain is it's not big anymore, but it's slightly still there. It will always be in the back of your mind. It will always be there with you. So yeah, I still want to make a tattoo of that. But yeah, South African stuff is very, very, very expensive. So yeah, then I got myself cleansed. Me and my husband were very devastated because we were really, really excited after I told him. But yeah, unfortunately, things do happen for a reason, yes. But it's not always nice to tell that to the woman. Just like you want to bring her flowers, go do it, support her in every single way. If she lets you or tell you where it's fine and where it's not, and we're just getting uncomfortable, when to piss off. Um, And so we went on and tried to get better. My husband tried to take me out, buy me flowers, take me to the beach, and tried to get to release a little bit of myself. He took me for my nails, did my hair, run me a bath, everything for me. So yeah, and when the night came that he proposed to me, I said obviously yes, because we were already dating for 2.5 years. Uh, that year I turned 19, and we were planning our wedding. So we had enough time to plan our wedding, obviously. And as I didn't know something was happening, so to get that part where something was happening, I will get to that. As we were planning, because we were planning on this turquoise and blue and like the different beach colors of blue that you get from dark to light. And we went to the beach and picked up all the shells. We got home, we cleaned them with salt water, and then afterwards Dettol water. And so we went on and get more and more and more to get our theme party. My grandmother did my cake. And yeah, so as she did that, we found out. I told him, listen here, I was at work, and I told him, listen, something is wrong because I'm like more than 2 weeks late, and I just noticed because the work was really busy, so I didn't have time to focus. So I told him, listen, I'm really, really late. I'm gonna go buy a test. So after that, I went to the Stones. I worked that night. In the morning, I took the test. I went to go shower and done my stuff. And when I got back, the test was like bright two red lines, pink lines. It said I was positively pregnant. And I'm like devastated because just like a year and a half ago, I lost my twin boys. So it was really, really, really hard. So I accepted it. It was slowly sinking in. I called my husband and I told him, listen here, I think we have a problem. Our wedding is in 2 months and I just want to pregnant. He's like, okay, but it's like, it was a shock. So it didn't really sink. But when he got home, he said, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I am. Here's the test. But as I gave him, he said, okay, we can just leave it there, but go to the clinic, get your book, get everything, and then we go to hospital when it's your appointment, and then we can find out if everything is fine. So we went, and when we got to the hospital for a sonar to make sure that the baby is really, really healthy, I got my pregnancy shakes, pregnancy bites, Preggy Omega 3, folic acid, and iron pills, just to boost my immune system and the baby's as well, to protect, that I don't lose another infant again. Because I told them I can't go through it again because then I'll most probably lose my head or something, but I'll deal with it. And yeah, everything went really, really well. And when I was 36 weeks and 4 days, Me and my husband were intimate that night, and because it helps with the cervix, the doctors told me that. Um, I had a huge pain going through my back, and I like fleed up. I was like laying down, and I just come right back up. I told him something is wrong, and he said, "Well, go to the bathroom, check if everything's fine." And as I got off my bed, I just whoosh, and it was my water broke. And it's the quickly as I can say, the quickly as a man can fucking stand up in your life. I was really, really inspired by that. But yeah, we got to the hospital. It was 5 hours and 45 minutes of labor and pushing in the same time, basically. And yeah, it was. We thought we were still pushing, and our little boy Luan was there. So we enjoyed our firstborn because he was a boy. He was spoiled rotten, and we went everywhere with him, and we did. It was like we forgot we had friends. We forgot there were parties and clubs and everything. We were just over our boy. And soon when he got better, went to school. We went back to work again, and yeah, everything went well. So I told the doctors, listen, I need to go on a family planning thingamajig because I don't want to be pregnant very early soon. Because my son is turning 2 in 6 months' time. So that was the beginning of the year when I went. And they gave me the IUD, the Marina thingy, whatever you call it. So I had that. And like I had it like what for 6 months. Then yeah, I found out I was pregnant. Really, really upset about that because we thought I had a tummy bug or something that it came. I vomited and my tummy ran. So we thought that I had a tummy bug. And so I got weaker and weaker and weaker. I couldn't even stand up anymore. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink because everything came up again. And then my grandmother thought, nah, let's go to the hospital. We went to Tigerberg. I was on a trip for 3 days. No, I'm lying, 4 days. Because I wanted to give me a weekend. I'm like, I don't love hospitals and I really, really want to get into it. Is there not any like things you can tell me what I can try, what not try, what to eat, what not to eat, that I can just boost myself up? So they gave me a shot of immune boosters, and the drip that I was on was for hydrating and so on. So after that, then I found out I was pregnant and all that. Because when I found out my daughter was pregnant, I was already 4 weeks along. And we didn't know because I thought I was having a tummy bug. But anyway, as we went through, my daughter really, really drained my body. I looked like Bella on Twilight with my dog. This pieces was like dark grey. I was really, really white skinned like a piece of paper, white piece of paper. I was really weak. And what surprised the doctors is that I don't do it, but the doctor said if it works, then I must keep doing it until I feel better to eat normally again. It's going to be real gross, just bringing the content out there. Like raw mince, raw sausage, raw chicken, raw livers, all that. Only like a small piece to eat that I can eat my whole cooked plate of food. And that's when they told me that my daughter's a vampire. I was just laughing because I know it was a joke. But yeah, so when the time went on, I didn't even show it until I was 7 months pregnant with her. And also God really, really began to have sharp pains and I knew something was wrong. And I told my husband, something is wrong, I don't feel well. Because we were at the mall that day to get stuff for the baby and the creams and the bottles and whatever, in case if she doesn't want to latch or whatever the problem. So we went home after we dropped off our friends. So we went home and my grandmother asked me, do I want a spare patty sandwich? I'm like, no, I'm not really hungry, I don't feel well. And she just looks at me like, So yeah. But yeah, as after that, so I went to take a bath because maybe I thought I was gonna be feeling a bit better in a nice warm bubble bath. Not too hot that I can go no, but just And so, as I was sitting in the boat, I felt like a plop inside of my stomach, like almost like a wing that broke. And when I got out of the boat, I like dried myself off, obviously, and I keep seeing that water is running down my leg. And I started shouting at my husband, and I told him, "Listen here, I think my water broke." And so was my nephew, luckily also there to help me while my husband got the bags and everything ready. And so we chased to Bremer Hospital where I was admitted. And yeah, it was like basically 20 minutes. I told the nurse that the baby is coming, and she said, "No, she's coming back because it's going to take a while." I'm like, "No, it's not. I can feel the baby. I know she's near because this is my second child. I know what to expect." Now, okay, obviously they know better because they have more experience, but every person's body is different. That I can tell you, really. And as it went on, the nurse just turned her back to the hallway to get whatever she did get, to give birth and to cut the umbilical cord and that. It was like just one push and she slipped because she was so tiny. I gave birth on 34 weeks with her. Our little Liana, my little girl. And my husband acted really quickly to to try to rub her to get breath, and she screamed, and he laid her on me, and he called the nurse as quickly as possible, and that he could cut the umbilical cord. So yeah, and then she didn't want to latch. We were very worried. They even put some drops in her nose. She didn't want to open her mouth. They took her away from me and they took her to the baby room to check what is going on. And eventually, when I got to my room, put my stuff down, I asked them, "Where is my baby?" Because I really want to know where she is. I can't just give birth and don't know where she is. They took her to me, and I saw her again. She was in an open incubator that put a little bit heat on her, like a temperature, because the temperature kept falling under 30 degrees. And they were really worried about that. And her lungs weren't really fully formed, so she had pipes in her nose and in her mouth, and a drip on the hand and a drip on the foot and so on, and monitors, heart monitors, and all that. Blood pressure monitors, everything, all that on her. So it was really hard to see her that way, and with, our boy wasn't born that way. He was for 36 weeks when I gave birth to him, he was a really healthy boy. So yeah, a very big healthy boy. She was a little bit, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, but they said after second birthday, I was later tested for anemia. So okay, it's like the white blood cells problem, to check if she will be fine. And I'll do that at the end of this year, 2021. So yeah, but everything so far is really great. Our life has improved. We like 4 months ago, we moved into our duplex new home. So as you can see in my other videos, that where I play with my kids. I'm a housewife, full-time mother. I enjoy it. I don't want to miss a moment. Nothing. I'll never ever miss a moment, even though sometimes I feel like I really need a break. Like, really. But at the end, as soon as you miss out, you really wish you could have that moment back. So for all the mothers out there, I support you. I know it's really hard to be a full-time mother, to clean, to cook, to do everything. It's reality, guys. It's real hard. But I'll give you an update. Like and comment, subscribe, share my video. If you want to know more something about me, ask me freely. So I'll keep you updated on some days when I get a chance on the kids and what we do there.